Hey everybody, it's me Mark, and this is just a quick video to show the difference between the Canon M200 and the iPhone 11 Pro, which is actually one of the best smartphones that came out last year on camera-wise, and it's highly acclaimed, or a lot of people have been talking about it because the image quality of the iPhone was really, really good. And I'll just compare it to the mirrorless camera, which is one of the cheapest mirrorless cameras you can get from Canon ever. Like it's 400 euros and $500, right? So let's just compare both of them. So I have both cameras set up as a top-down camera, and I'm using it as a secondary camera. So you can use this as a secondary camera too. And I've always been using the iPhone for the last few years as a secondary camera, and my main camera was a smartphone, a DSLR. So let's just switch to the top-down view of the iPhone real quick. So this is the iPhone from the top-down view. As you can see, it doesn't look that bad, right? It looks pretty good. You can read everything. I can read like the text over here. I can see the numbers and the letters and everything. And this is how the iPhone looks like from the top down. As you can see here, there's not much light, right? Actually, there's enough light, but it's just it's really grainy. If you take a look at the picture, you can see like there's a lot of noise going on, like especially over here. If you can take a look over here, there's a lot of noise going on. And so let's just switch to the Canon M200 now, and you tell me if you can see the difference. So this is the Canon M200. This is a top-down view. I find that the image is a lot more clearer. I think you can read the stuff better, and the image quality all know it's a lot better. Let's just switch back to the iPhone again so you can see the difference. I'll just switch back to the iPhone, and this is the iPhone in comparison, and this is the Canon M200 in comparison. You know what? We're just going to be adding the iPhone to the second screen, and you can see the difference over here. So this is the Canon M200, and this over here is the iPhone. So you can see the difference. iPhone 11 Pro Max or iPhone 11 Pro, which is one of the best smartphones that came out last year, and this is the Canon M200, which is the base model. It just costs about $500, and it comes with a lens. Okay, so iPhone is about $1,100, maybe something like that. So I think I paid I don't know how much I paid for mine, but it's about between $1,100 and $1,800, something like that. So you can get an iPhone too if you want to. But the problem is you can't use your iPhone for anything else. You always have to mount it every time you're using it as a second camera. You always have to mount it on your mount, and you'll have to turn off notifications, which means nobody can reach you while you're filming, right? So that's something to consider. Okay, so let's just, the reason why this video quality on the M200 is a lot better than on the iPhone, which is over here. The main reason is actually because the M200 has a large chip in there, a lot bigger. It's I think it's 4 times the size or even more than the chip that's in the iPhone. I'm not talking about the chip, sorry about that. I'm talking about the sensor. So the sensor size on the M200 is 4 times the size of the sensor on the iPhone. And this is just physics. The bigger the sensor is, the better it is in low light. And the better it is in colors, and the better it is in everything else. So the bigger sensor picks up more information, and the iPhone has a tiny sensor. That's why the iPhone looks like a smartphone. The picture of the iPhone looks like a smartphone, right? Because it's a smartphone. And it also compresses the file a little bit. So that's how why you see the big difference in the picture quality. So let's just put it back to my face again. So I'm using a DSLR to film my face. If I used an iPhone to film my face, it will look very similar. You'll see a lot of compression around my face. The image quality will be a lot worse. But if you're not used to anything else, then actually it won't look any different, right? A lot of people see this a webcam and an iPhone. There's not much difference. The iPhone is a lot better than a webcam, but it's actually the same sensor size. The iPhone could be a little bit bigger. The sensor size of an iPhone could be a little bit bigger than the webcam, but the picture quality is all about in the same league, right? It's really grainy. Let's just switch to it now so you can see. So it's bad in low light and all of that stuff. So you really need good light for an iPhone or a webcam. So that's why I tend to use DSLRs or mirrorless cameras. And as you can see here in the top-down view of the Canon M200, everything is pretty clear. You can read everything. So if you're teaching, use a Canon M200 as your second camera instead of an iPhone. If you do not have the budget and you really own an iPhone, then use an iPhone. It's fine too. It'll just look a little bit worse, but it's okay. Okay, so that's it for this video. If you have any questions, just post it below, and see you soon. Have a great day. Have a great week, and bye-bye.